Hi, I'm Kate Holsworth and I'm here to talk about how life-changing journaling can be. Now, I know that sounds an over-the-top claim potentially. I mean, who am I to make such big claims about journaling? Well, it's not going to be for everybody, journaling, is it? However, I think it is fair to say that it is a really important, powerful tool, and it really can help you to understand yourself, gain more self-awareness and more clarity. And I thought I would share some of my top reasons. I think I've got five. Top reasons why journaling is so powerful and potentially could change your life. So you'll have to excuse my dog barking in the background, but there you go. So, first of all, I am a seasoned journaler and I've just picked up one of my journals, okay? So, to give some examples. But reason one that I think journaling is so important is that it helps you understand and make sense of your thoughts. It helps you to unravel your own and make sense of what you're thinking. Because in a way, if you picture like a ball of wool, it's a little bit like that sometimes when we're lost, when we're stuck in thought. All our thoughts get really tangled together and we don't know how to unravel it all and make sense of it. Whereas when we journal, writing our thoughts out, getting it out of our heads onto paper can just create a lot of clarity and just help us gain more insight and awareness. So I've got an extract from my old journal, and I think this is back from 2020, I think. It's when Zen, my son, was really young, and I was struggling with motherhood. I was finding it tough, it was hard. And I've wrote here, "Dear journal, I'm in a bit of an arsey mood, even though I've been to yoga, which usually puts me in a better one." And then later on I've gone on to say, "Sometimes I get so frustrated and angry and resentful, and I think all the things that I could be doing with my time, it's all so relentless and there's no let up. And I should feel gratitude and love, but often I feel like screaming, and it is the hardest job in the world." And I remember my counsellor saying that, and she was very right. So you can see there that how I've used the journal. And also, I had some counselling, and one of the things that my counsellor said to me was that I hadn't made peace with motherhood. And I was like, how very dare you? How dare you say that? But then I used my journal to reflect on what she said and to process it and unpick it. And actually, that was really, really impactful. And it really helped me to come to terms with my own thoughts and feelings about motherhood and arrive at a place of more self-acceptance, which I think I'd have got there anyhow at some point, but I got there quicker. I got there quicker because of journaling, and it really did make a difference. It helped me process it. So that's just one example. So that's number one, is to gain clarity and awareness and understanding of ourselves. Because, and this is really true, is this, the most important relationship we will have is with ourselves. You know, we are, wherever you go, there you are. You can't get away from yourself. And if we want to live a good life, if we want to live a life that lights us up, that feels meaningful, that matters to us, then we need to know who we are and what we need, and tap into those longings and those desires to actually live a life that feels true to who we are. So number two is to plan, to dream, to ideate, because I have used my journals for this for, oh my God, years. I've spent so many years. If you added up all the amount of time that I've spent journaling on my own ideas, it would amount to, I don't know, probably weeks, maybe years. It feels like years. It feels like I've been doing it forever. And that is not necessarily a good thing. I'm not trying to say that that's a good thing, because you know, we don't just want to spend our time researching, planning, reading. It's exciting, but it's not real. It's not getting out there and actually doing it and putting it into action and making it happen. However, your journal is a great place to put all your ideas out there. It really is. And I use it so often. Like here, I've just turned to that randomly. You can see I've just put some kind of create yourself, and then with the petals, different ideas of what I'm wanting to do, like workshops, relaxations, the book, and the therapy. I'll do like different mind maps, and it's just a way of me getting excited about my plans, my dreams, getting them out of my head, and just getting myself to imagine what maybe is possible for myself, and then deciding what the best next steps are and what my future steps look like. So that's number 2. Number 3 is to track your own progress. And you can do this in a number of ways. You can track your mood, because you can see when there's been a typical kind of, when you've noticed that you've been low maybe for a number of days, maybe a number of weeks, and you can start to see, well, what's been going on there? What's the significant factor maybe that's contributing towards how I feel? One of the journaling prompts that I was using recently, that I've actually stopped using, to be honest, but I was using it, was in terms of what energizes me, what depletes and drains me, and then what lessons have I learned that day. And that was really useful, because if you do that for a good few weeks, you can soon see themes coming up. They're cropping up, patterns telling you that actually, okay, so on the days that I'm more energized, I might be moving my body more, or I might be out with friends, or I might be doing outdoor stuff. I might be working face to face rather than online. So it's about looking and seeing, and you can see what's working for you and what's not working for you. You can also track your progress in terms of looking back at how far you've come. Like when I look back on my journals, I mean, oh my God, you know, way back obviously when I was 12, where I'm talking about boys that I fancied, and this happened with friends falling out with people and things like that. And then obviously over the years, that progressive journal writing into more deeper, meaningful, more self-awareness. And also I can see the progress that I've made in terms of how I used to try and do too many things. I was always trying to do everything. Like I wouldn't just be wanting to do a workshop. I'd want to be, this is like literally, it was laughable. I was trying I was learning tarot. This is like 15 years ago, maybe even longer, ages ago. We're going back. Learning tarot, exercise to music. I was wanting to run workshops on creativity, and it was just impossible. And I was looked back on those diaries, those journals, and it's clear that my energies were just too scattered. It was too unfocused, and then no wonder I was struggling to make progress. So that was really helpful. So having a journal can really help you track your progress and how far you've come. It really can, but it can help you track habits, routines. It can help you track a hell of a lot. So I do think they are such a useful tool for that, for sure. So number 4, what is a journal useful for? Well, I think a bit of a pep talk sometimes. I honestly use my journal to kind of give me a kick up the butt sometimes, to motivate me, to encourage me, to support me. I use different kind of tools to do this. So I might dialogue with my future self. So my future self is, well, she's out there in the future, but my future self is wiser. She is more knowing. She has hindsight, which is amazing in itself, isn't it? Hindsight is a wonderful thing, as they say. She knows what I need. So imagine being able to tap into that wisdom, that insight. It's really, really useful. Now, it doesn't have to be your future self. It can be anything. It could be your wiser self. It could be a famous person, or it could be a business person who you really admire, and then you can ask them, have this kind of dialogue, this imaginary conversation that you use as a journal to help guide you towards getting some clarity, getting some direction, helping you figure out what the next best step is for you. So using a journal can be a way to figure out what you need to do next, for sure, and to help you gain some clarity, to help you to figure out what's right for you. And that's another thing that journaling, number 5, is really useful for, is when we get stuck. So if you get stuck, if you're overwhelmed, if you're feeling lost, your journal can be such a powerful tool to turn to. It really, really can, because you can use it in so many different ways to uncover your own beliefs, limiting beliefs, your old stories, the things that are keeping you stuck. So you could just ask a simple question like, what is getting in my way? What is keeping me stuck? And then journal on that. But there's so many different journaling prompts out there as well. There's so many different tools. And so these are some of my favourite ways, my things that I journal for. But also I journal, and this is number 6, I think, is to get in touch with my feelings, to get in touch with my emotions. I'm a therapist, but I've got to admit that I'm not the best at being in touch with my own feelings and emotions as well as I would like to be. But journaling is a way in. It's a way to get in touch with how I'm feeling, what's going on under the bonnet. And yeah, it can be invaluable for this. So when my dad died, it was a way to process what had happened, to get in touch with that grief, to get in touch with those feelings that really I was pushing away because I didn't want to go there. So I've used it in when I've had a relationship breakup, which was really hard for me to go through at the time, even though it was the right thing. I used it, and that was really cathartic. Literally, I remember being sat on my balcony and I was literally writing reams and reams and reams and reams of just processing what had happened. And I felt lighter after. That's how, yeah. So when I think about it, journaling has been, in so many ways, it has changed my life. It has benefited and improved my life. So yeah, I think I will stand by the title of this recording, that journaling can change your life. Okay, it really genuinely can, and give it a chance. If you've never journaled before, no problem. Just have a go. There's so many different prompts out there. I mean, oh my God. Or go to my website at kholdsworth.com. I've got lots of journaling practices, activities for self-growth, coaching activities that you can use as well for different things. Like, well, it might be, I was going to say anxiety, but I've been meaning to do one on anxiety, but I haven't yet. But I've got them on lots of different topics like motivation, getting unstuck, making decisions. I've got loads up there. And also, if you would like, you can check out my 21 life-changing questions, which are to reconnect with your true self. Just one question a day, 3 minutes is all you need for each question. So 21 questions means 3 weeks, and that would really improve your, that'd be a great starting point, yeah, because you've got a set structure, 1 question a day, 3 minutes, set a timer on your phone, write, free write, boom, you're done, okay? So, that's at subscribepage.io/21. That's subscribepage.io/21. Or you can check out my website, kateholdsworth.com. Okay, that's all from me. So I hope you found this video useful. If you have, like, subscribe, put a comment down in the comment section, yeah. And yeah, check out any of my other videos too. See you later.